I spent 20 hours finding the #1 way to use AI and automation to create daily, unique content completely for you. This content will get you thousands of views without you doing anything. There's no gatekeeping in this one and no one likes a long intro, so we're going to jump into it, but make sure you stick to the end of the video so you're not at a massive disadvantage, and we all know that content is becoming the #1 thing that you need to be doing in 2025, so you definitely don't want to miss out on this one. Let's jump straight into it. Boys and girls, I haven't seen a single other YouTube video give this much free value on how you can automate content, because with one click of a button, you're going to be able to create hundreds of unique daily pieces of content completely automated. But the best part is you don't have to pay for a single thing in this video. Every single tool I'm going to show you is free. I don't think you realize how insane this is. It's going to be able to search Google rows. It's then going to actually clone my own voice, upload it to Google Drive, make the actual edit, and then it can even post the content onto Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and every platform you want, all done for you. If you just watch 10 minutes, you're going to be able to have an AI system that can change the game for your business. And if you're wondering, is this content actually good? Does it work? Does it get views? Well, I'm just going to show you this reel right here that got 14 million views, 2 million likes, and it's going to be able to replicate this reel right here.
Isn't it beautiful? The moon glows using sun's light, and the sun never asks for anything in return.
So not only can it do that style, it can also do this style. And it literally created this one for me in my own voice as a tweet style reel, which would get thousands of views.
Normal people get normal results. Don't aim for normal. To be exceptional, you have to be the exception.
Pretty powerful stuff. And it can also do another variation of it using a different background. And you can obviously change this to make it whatever style you want. It's crazy. So let's just dive into it. I'm going to be breaking this video down into 3 simple parts for you to understand. The first one is going to be getting the background footage, either a video or an image. It is your choice. You can really go crazy with unique styles of content. And I'm going to be showing you how to actually get the quotes, and we're going to be doing that in an automated way using AI. And we're going to be building the automation to piece it all together, which is what I'm going to be walking you through step by step. So it's really easy for you to understand, and it's going to look something like this if you just watch the next 10 minutes. So let's get into the first thing that you need to do, which is heading over to Canva and just getting some background footage. Now, this could obviously be of yourself if you have B-roll. If you don't worry, because what you can do is go over to a tool like Leonardo.ai, and you can very easily put a prompt for whatever you want. So let's just say you want to have some stoic man in the background and you want it to be around this topic. I think that's amazing. You can just put your prompt up here and you can actually get, I think a bunch of different ones for free, because obviously you get free tokens. Just download it, back over to Canva, and make sure you keep watching because the automation is going to be crazy and it's going to change the game for you. So obviously we are going to create a design, and we are going to just do a reel. So you can just search for reel right here. And this is the one we're looking for. Going to upload whatever background footage you want. So let's just take these 3 Renaissance ones, which is what I downloaded from Leonardo. And we can very easily just put it as the background. Yeah, this is literally all you need to do. So now you've done that, we're going to simply download it. And just like that, you've done step 1. Now, you can get a bunch of different background footages, because obviously the automation is going to be, doing the captions for us, doing the posting for us and everything like that. It's just the background footage that you need to find, which is really easy. And I've shown you how to do that in literally 30 seconds. So now let's head over to step 2. Step 2 is going to be getting 50 to 100 quotes just like this, either from your videos if you post long form, or once again, you can get it from someone else's videos. In this case, I've just searched for Stoic lessons, and you can see that there's this one right here, which is 3 minutes long. You can very easily just get the URL, go to a tool like tactic.io, and then paste in the transcript, or paste in the URL. And as you can see, within seconds, it literally gives you the entire transcript. Copy it, go to ChatGPT, and just tell it to basically turn this transcript, let's say 10 quotes to make it really simple. And then just paste in the transcript below. It will start giving us quotes. I'm saying do it without numbers. What we're going to do is very easily just copy it and then put it into a Google Sheets so it looks something like this. And once you've done that, you have successfully done step 2. So all we need to do is step 3, and this is going to be able to create hundreds of unique reels, either with your voice as the background or another AI voice, which is really easy to do, and I'm going to be walking you through everything. So yeah, keep watching because it's only going to get crazy from here. So this is by far the best part of the video, is building the actual automation. We're using Make.com. If you haven't heard of Make.com, I'm not affiliated. The reason I use it is because it's completely free to actually use. You see that you don't need to put your card info in, and you can stay on the free plan for as long as you want. So the first thing you're going to do is click login at the top right. You can create a free account, and then we're going to create a new scenario. So yeah, create a new scenario at the top right. And this is something I really need you to pay attention for. So just block out the next 5 minutes and it's going to really, really benefit you. So the first thing we're going to add is Google Sheets, because by now you should have watched the prior minute or 2 minutes and you should have your quotes in the Google Sheets. So what we can do is very easily just have something like search rows. And what this is going to do is, once you select the correct Google Sheets, which you can do right here, so you can see this one is best quotes for content. So we are just going to pop in best quotes for content. And just like that, you've already done the first step. Obviously, you just put what sheet it is. There should only be one sheet. And yeah, just like that, you are good to go. So the next thing we're going to add is 11 Labs. So 11 Labs is basically a voice platform. It's an AI voice platform, and you can very easily go to 11labs.io. And once again, it's free to actually get started with, like what I use to clone my voice and create game-changing content. So we're going to very quickly log in. And once you log in, it will look something like this. So I'm going to do it just how you would see it when you log in. Just for context, you don't have to come into 11 Labs every time you want to create a unique piece of content, because this automation is going to have 11 Labs inside of it. So all we need to do is run it, and it's going to be able to use the voice that you select and then create the automation with the captions and everything like that. So we just need to set it up one time, and then it's good to go. So all you need to do is actually go down to your name and then click on API keys. And once you click on API keys, you can see that, you can create an API key right here. You can go back into Make.com and you can very easily click add and then add your API key. And just like that, and we're good to go. So give it a second to render. And now you can just select the voice that you want the reel to speak with. Now, obviously, this can be your own voice. If you do want to do your own voice, it's actually very easy. All you need to do, back into 11 Labs, and you just need to go to voices. And then once you click on voices, you can basically add a new voice, and you'll get a few different options here to, clone your own voice, which is very easy. All you need to do is actually just upload maybe a 30-second video of you speaking as an MP3, and then boom, you've got your own voice. You can do other voices. So for example, I really like this John Doe one, which is like a deep one. If we give a listen to this.
I have crossed oceans of time to find you.
I think that's pretty sick if you were creating the Stoic one. So I think that's what we're going to go with for this one. So we're going to search for the John Doe. So yeah, John Doe is a deep voice. I think that's going to work well. And then the model, and for the text, this obviously is going to be the quotes that we select. So you can just click the first one and then you can click OK. Okay, perfect. So we're getting through it pretty quick. So far, we have put a module in the Make.com that is going to search for rows. And then when it gets the quote, it's then going to actually speak it. So now all we need to do is get the actual voiceover from 11 Labs into a Google Drive link. So how you're going to do that is by clicking on this, and you're going to search for Google Drive. On create a folder. Now, obviously, you would need to connect your Google Drive. Really simply, you can just sign in with Google. It is that simple, very easy. And then, obviously select the one that you want. Select the new folder location. Doesn't really matter. You can call this file name and then just put share folder, yes. And then boom, you're good to go. The second thing is going to be actually uploading a file. And this is going to be the 11 Labs that is the voiceover. So upload a file. We're going to enter manually. Folder ID is going to be this one right here. And you can see that it's going to be the 11 Labs create a speech synthesis. So just like that, we are moving through this very, very smoothly. And hopefully it's not too confusing. Just to recap, we've basically made it so it's going to watch new Google rows whenever a new quote is uploaded, or it's just going to go down each one and create a new piece of content. It's then going to do the voiceover using the John Doe voice that we selected. It can be your own voice if you want. And then it's going to upload it to Google Drive. Obviously, it's going to create a folder. Then it's going to upload the file. And then it's going to actually give us a share link. So that's going to be the next one, is get a share link. So this is going to allow us to actually give the link to the software that is going to automatically create the content for us. File ID, you can actually just select it right here. Then just select reader, and then it's going to be anyone, just like that. Once you click go, we just need to make sure that this one is successfully done. So now look at it. We are literally going through this very quickly. Just make sure you save it. So obviously, it works. And what you can do is you can actually run it. Give it a go. It should very easily just, search Google Rose. It's obviously cloned the voice, which is amazing. And we have gotten a share link. So if we actually open this up and we look at this share link, we can actually, I believe just copy that and paste it into the browser that we have. And it should, if you give it a second to load, be John Doe's voice speaking. Let's hear it.
Normal people get normal results. Don't aim for normal. To be exceptional, you have to be the exception.
Pretty solid. I actually really love that quote. So now we can go back onto make.com because it's working perfectly. And now we're going to do the final part of this automation, which is by far the most important. So I really need you to pay attention just for the last 5 minutes so you don't mess up. What we're going to do now is actually stop this because it would just continuously search Google Rose or Google Sheets for new quotes and just keep going, which is amazing. But let's stop that. And what we're going to do is if we look at this one, we basically need to add a HTTP maker request. So you're going to add a module, search for HTTP, make a request. Now, this is very important. You need to add this exact URL. So HTTPS, you can obviously read it. I was gonna read it out loud, but I thought it'd be easier just to, you can pause the video and copy it. Now, if we go back here, just to make sure that we do this correctly, the method is going to be post. The headers is going to be, item 1 is going to be content type application JSON, like what we just saw. And then it's going to be application, so application/JSON. Now, you don't need to know why you have to have this. You just have to follow it very simply. And then we're going to add a query string. So if you look here, we actually have, we have a second item, which is x/or API key. So you can copy that. And then you basically just put in your API key right here. And then we're going to add a query string. Click on raw. And then it's going to be JSON, which is what we want. And then request content. If we look back here, it is going to be the actual code. Now, this is, as I said, the most important part. What you're going to do is go onto your browser and search for JSON to video. This is going to be the software that is free to use and can actually edit the videos for you in terms of adding subtitles, so captions, obviously the reels, things like that. So we're going to log in, and once again, you get this literally for free. And once you log in, we're going to go to movie templates, and it's really important you follow this very carefully. So if you can, block out distractions and follow. So how this works is we're going to add a new template down here. And what this is doing is basically giving us a template that we can then give to make.com in terms of the code. And then obviously we can add the changes that we want, and it's going to be able to create unique pieces of content. So once you click on this, the first thing I want you to do is actually name it. So I'm going to call this new example for YouTube. Now, once you name it, what you're going to do is make the actual ratio custom. And we're going to put 1080 by 1920. Now, this is obviously the Instagram Reel ratio, so that's why we are putting 1080 by 1920. Once you do that, so the first thing you're going to do after creating the ratio, which should be 1080 by 1920, is go down to here where it says scene 1. And if you remember correctly, this is why we did the image in Canva earlier. So this is going to allow us to have the background footage, and you can change it each time. I'll show you how to do that if you keep watching, but this is basically the background. Now, this could be a video, it could be an image. Either one works perfectly well. It's just preference. In this case, we're going to be doing a video, but it's the exact same process if you were to do an image. So once you click video, you're going to click on it at the left. Then you're going to actually click on this pencil right here. and we're going to upload the file. So if you click on upload file, you can see that we've got it right here. Once you click open, you will basically see it populate, and perfect. So we can basically click on this. You can see that here are the ones that I did earlier. So yeah, if you click on it, click save, do scale to fit, and just like that, you can see that it has now gotten the image on the background. And this is going to be, yeah, a video. You could actually animate it. So yeah, obviously we've just gone for like a image, but it's a video, if you know what I mean. But you get the point. You can obviously get way more creative than this. Now you can leave all of this. That doesn't really matter. The next thing we need to add is the actual audio. So let's click on add. And this is going to be amazing. I'm going to show you how the automation will actually change the audio for the new quote each time in the Google Sheets, and how it's going to automatically, edit the captions for us and then post it. So keep watching because it's going to get a lot more interesting. So yeah, once you do audio, you can then just actually upload the MP3. If you have it, you can just download it. So if we just take this one for an example, this is going to be my voice. So if we quickly listen to this.
No one believed in me 2 years ago. You're called an idiot until you make it happen. Then you're a genius. Prove them wrong.
Perfect. So what we can do now is we can actually do the final thing, which is actually going to be add the subtitles. Now, these are the captions. Subtitles, captions, the exact same thing. And I'm going to show you how this works. So once you click on subtitles on the left, just make sure you click on the subtitles. You can then see at the bottom, we actually have it right here. So all we need to do is actually change it to whatever preference you want. If you want black text, if you want white text, if you want a different font, you can do that. Straight away, we're going to change the font size to 100 to make it bigger, as you can see right here. And then we're actually going to put it, you can go for position, you could go center if you want, which is right here. I personally want to do a custom position. So we're going to click on custom and we're going to add 500, which means it's going to put it right in the middle. And then we can do something like 1400, which is going to put it just below the neck. And I think that's perfect because yeah, that's where the viewer will naturally gravitate towards. So once you've done that, we can then just change the style. I personally like classic progression, which basically means it's going to go step by step. So if we take a look at this now, obviously this is going to be an example. It won't be aligned, but let me just show you.
Believed in me 2 years ago. You're called an idiot until you make it happen.
That's the idea, right? Now, in terms of the word color, I don't like the white and yellow. I personally just want it white because I think it works quite well with the dark man with his amazing chest, as you can see. But if we just go to Google, to get the white color, all we need to do is actually get the hex code. So the reason we have to do this is just because this software works in hex code, but it's as simple as that. You just search for whatever color you want. So if you want black text, just do black hex code. If you want yellow hex code, you get the point. And then basically just go back into the software and then just go to the word color, paste it in, and we're going to actually add a shadow or the shadow color, and we can have that as black to make it pop, because obviously I want it to stand out. And then after this, we're actually going to change the font family, which is the actual font. So obviously there's a bunch of different ones. I think this one is super cool. I actually quite like that. You can put this as like, I don't know, 5 if you want. And you can see that already looks super cool. It's looking a lot better, as you can see. And I cannot wait to actually get back into the automation because I'm going to show you how it's going to be able to create unique, it's going to change the audio each time, and it's going to change the actual text each time to be able to create hundreds of these within like seconds. It's just the automation takes like maybe 20 minutes to build and then you're good to go. So yeah, this is perfect. You can do maximum number of lines at the bottom if you want. I think we're just going to keep it as it is. And if we quickly render this movie, you can just see what it's going to look like. If we go down here, you can see that it's preparing the movie. So let's quickly open this. We're just checking that it's in the right place, basically, and everything is good. So
no one believed in me 2 years ago. You're called an idiot until you make it happen. Then you're a genius. Prove them wrong.
I think that is super sick. I actually think that's pretty solid. So what we're going to do now is the funnest part, which is going back. So you're going to go back and you are going to actually click on this little I button right here, and you can see that it's going to be able to give us the actual JSON code. So we can copy this, and we can then go back into our make automation, and this is going to be where we paste it in. So it may look confusing, but don't worry, because it's not. Just make sure you click pass, and I cannot tell you how close we are to getting this finished. You are literally almost there. It's going to be like 2 more steps, and then it's going to automatically create new audios and new texts and everything like that. So all we're going to do now, because you may be wondering, if we just run this automation, it's not going to be able to, pair the actual audio and the text. So what we need to do is click on the file that we just imported, and you see here that we have, don't worry if it looks confusing, I'm going to explain it really simply now. You see that we have the type, which is video, and you can obviously change the background video if you want by maybe getting a new Google Drive, video or image. But what we're going to be doing is changing the audio. So you can see here that this currently is the audio, which is my voice. And what we can do is actually go off this, and we can put web content link. And what this will do is actually use the Google Drive file, which has been obviously uploaded after creating a speech synthesis, which is 11 Labs. And this is what allows us to create unique pieces of content, because it goes down the Google Sheet each time, creates a new audio file, and then that is what will be changed in the actual new piece of content, if that makes sense. But obviously you can actually do the video. I just haven't experimented with it yet. I think as a starting point, just do this, because you're going to realize how sick it is, and then you can obviously adapt to make it better. So now we are so close. We're just going to add a sleep, and we're going to be testing it in a second to show you how it works. So let's add a sleep of, let's do, 30 seconds. And this just allows the video to render so it doesn't jam. And then what we're going to do is we go back here. I believe it is make a request and then get a file. So those are the only 2 things we need to add. So we're literally almost there. So it's going to be, I think get a request or make a request. Make a request. We're going to click on it, the URL. So the URL is going to be this. Make sure you have the correct URL. You can pause the video if you want. The method is going to be get, and then it's pretty much the same. So let's paste that in. It's got get right there. We want the same as if we go off this. We can just actually copy it from here. So it's content type as the header item 1, and then the value is going to be this one. So application JSON, paste that in. And then let's go back over here, and we obviously want to put in our API key. So paste that in. Going to be just your API key. So you will actually need to get your API key from JSON. I kind of forgot, but all you need to do to get that is actually go to API keys, and you can see that we've got it right here. So just paste it in both times. So boom, and then paste it in here, boom, and just like that, you're pretty much good to go. Let's save it, and then I think we need to add the query string. So if we go back here, it's project, and then it's data project. It is very important. We're going to select project, right? That's just going to be what we call it. And then you can see that you just need to click on project, and then it's going to load this thing right here. Now, once you click on OK, there is one more thing to do. That is literally it. And it is going to be the easiest thing, which is get a file. So what this has done is it simply created the post, and now we're just retrieving it. It's literally the easiest thing. You just click on the movie, and then you look for the URL, which is this one right here. And just like that, we've done it. So finally, let's give it a shot. And it's going to be able to, search this Google row, all of these rows, 50 quotes, and it's going to be able to create 50 unique pieces of content without us touching anything. So let's click run once. You can see that it is searching the rows. It's cloning the voice. It's already doing it. As you can see right here, we can actually zoom in. It's now already done the Google Drive upload. It's, made a request into the software, which is this one. And this obviously works in the cloud, so you don't have to do anything. You can go for a gym session. You can go for a walk, get a coffee. So now if we click on this, all we need to do is actually click on render logs. And if we click on render logs, you can see that it's just creating it, if we give it literally 2 seconds, it has successfully done the reel. So let's give it a view. I'm super excited to show you this. It should be John Doe's voice, and it should be the stoic image, and it should be a different audio sound to the one we did prior. Let's give it a shot. Let's turn it up.
You're not anxious, you care. Don't let anyone tell you different.
Really nice. I love it. It's a short, sweet message. Very powerful. Let's listen to it once more.
You're not anxious, you care. Don't let anyone tell you different.
I like it. And obviously, yeah, how it works is if we go back into the automation, yeah, it can do this every 15 minutes. It could do it every 1 minute if we wanted to. But what I noticed was it was actually already doing the second reel, and then a reel after, and then a reel after. And it's super powerful. But you can even take this to the next level. If this hasn't given you enough value, you can actually take it to the next level by very easily doing, an Instagram. If you search for Instagram, you can click on it. You can create a reel post. You just need to connect your Facebook, Meta, whatever it is. You can see that I've already got mine connected. Video URL. I believe you can find that if you go down here. It should be this URL. I believe that's it. You may need to look into it in terms of what you can actually do, but I do probably recommend, obviously you'd want to share it to your feed, but I do actually recommend you having a step here that would be something like Airtable or Google Sheets. Now, the reason for that is I think if this creates, let's say 50 reels, just like what I showed you with different background footage, and I'll show you how to do that right now, you would want to manually, or maybe, for 5 minutes, just go through 50 videos, which is already done. Imagine how much time that hours is going to save you. And just, you can approve the ones you like, or the ones you don't like, you can not upload. But you want to actually change the background image. Now, I haven't done this myself, but it wouldn't be too complex because, as I mentioned before, in order to how it changes the audio each time, we very easily just put the source as the web content link. But you can see that the video is this. So if you wanted to change a different video each time, you would just get a different HTTP assets JSON 2 thing like that. So what I would recommend doing is probably creating a bunch of different movie templates, maybe 10 different movie templates, and then just having that in the Google Sheets, just like what we did for the quotes, but it would be the actual link to a different image each time. So you'd have to create it on Canva and then upload it into the JSON part, and then you'll get this kind of link that you can just, have as the thing like this. So that is amazing. That will basically get the field to map each time. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. Now, if you want this automation already built out, so it will look like this, and you can import it with one click of a button, you can actually get it for free in my community. Most people would charge $1,000, $500, even $200 for this. You can literally join, get started, 7 days completely free, test it out, as well as get free Go High Level coaching by me and just any questions you have. It's an amazing community, a bunch of killers in there, all looking to leverage AI and automation to level up their business. So that'll be the first link in the description. And once you're inside, you can download it and import it. And I want to give you more value, so that's why I made it free to get started at least. So you can join that if you want. Definitely like the video and subscribe because the majority of you aren't subscribed. So definitely do that, and I'll catch you in the next video. Here are some videos you can watch now to increase your learning curve even more, and I'll see you in the next one.